Don't pass on the quarter coins that you see in this video because they sold for a lot more money than you may imagine. Now, a lot of the coins that you see in this video, you've probably seen them in person too, and if you haven't, one day you very well may see one, and when you do, you want to make sure that you don't have one that's actually worth a lot of money. Let's take this Delaware silver quarter, for example, that sold for $456. So a good general rule of thumb is to look at the edges of your coins, just like this diagram here. Now, if you see that one of the coins is all silver, there's a good possibility that you have a silver coin that has a melt value worth more money than other coins. This specific coin from 1999 is especially rare because of its condition. So this coin got graded by PCGS at a proof 70. So not only did it achieve the perfect grade of 70, but also this is a proof coin. We're going to show you a quick diagram showing the difference between a proof coin and a normally issued business strike coin. Now, proof coins typically will not go out into circulation, and by that we just mean pocket change. Typically, a coin like this is going to be found in a collection because they were not intended to go out into circulation. Moral of the story here is that a coin like this is more than likely going to be found at an estate sale or a collection passed down by a friend or family member, even at a garage sale. You never know. Keep your eyes peeled for this coin because if it gets a good grade like this little 25-cent coin sold for $456, $1,020 for this 2004 25-cent Wisconsin extra high leaf state quarter graded by NGC at a mint state 67. So when it comes to grading your coins, the two best companies that are going to get the most value out of your coins are going to be either NGC or PCGS. So this specific coin is very unique in the sense that there's pretty much three different varieties you can have. And we're going to show a diagram right here. You can have an extra high leaf, an extra low leaf, or no leaf at all. Now this specific coin, because it has a high leaf and it's this highly graded, it was able to sell for $1,020. Now there is a low leaf variant that's also pretty rare to keep your eyes peeled for, and if they achieve this high of a grade, it's going to be worth good money because again, $1,020 for that one. I love the design of this American Samoa 2009 quarter graded by PCGS at a mint state 68. This one sold for $1,050. For coins like this, it really comes down to the condition. The better the condition you get it in, the more money it'll generally be worth. Now also realize that when you send your coin off to get graded, the majority of the time you're likely not going to get this high of a grade. It is very, very hard to do. There are people that do this full time as a profession and they still don't get this high of a grade. So don't get your hopes up too much that you're going to make a lot of money off of a coin by sending it in for grading. You have to know exactly what you're doing. But this American Samoa quarter sold for over $1,000. Crazy coin here. This looks like a piece of junk metal, but essentially it sold for $3,720. It is a 2000 Massachusetts 25-cent quarter that is a mint air graded by NGC at a mint state 64 on a bow tie nickel scrap. This weighs 1.3 grams. Pretty much if you find anything that looks anything like this, you want to hold on to it, keep it very safe because you could have a coin with a lot of money just like this one that sold for $3,720. $4,200 for this D over S deep die cap 1999 25-cent coin. Very, very unique air going on here. This is something that you do not see every day. Now, whether or not this was intentional by a mint employee or not, this Georgia statehood quarter had a serious flaw happening during the minting process of this coin, and that's why it sold for $4,200. So remember the coin we showed when we first started this video? Well, here you have a 2004 D Wisconsin quarter. This one has an extra low leaf, and this coin sold for $6,000, so a lot more than the coin that had the extra high leaf. But a huge factor on this coin is mainly the fact that it was graded by PCGS at a mint state 67. So again, you got the extra high leaf, the extra low leaf, and no leaf at all. Because this coin has an extra low leaf and it's graded by PCGS at a mint state 67, it sold for $6,000. $7,200 for this 1999 25-cent Georgia statehood quarter. Now immediately you'll tell that the color of this coin is wrong. If you have any statehood quarter that looks this color, there is a chance that you have a coin that was accidentally struck on an experimental planchet. Guys, these coins are out there. Now back in the day, they were experimenting with some different planchets to see how the coins would react or what they would look like after they were struck. This one should have never really got out of the facility, but it did, and it sold for $7,200. Now what do you do if you find a coin like this? There's a few things that we recommend. If you're anywhere local and you can get to a coin shop near you, we would recommend going to 3 different coin shops, getting each of their opinions, being respectful, and understanding that the possibility if you have a coin that's really rare and valuable is slim to none. If they're all telling you the same thing, then I would listen to them. Don't give them any pushback or anything like that. Just make sure you're not getting completely scammed and ripped off. Also understand that if you sell to these guys, they have to make a profit too. Anywhere between 10 to 30% I would say is pretty fair. They have overhead costs like rent and employees and their own families to feed. Now, to maximize the value of your sale, what we would recommend is selling it on eBay or Heritage or Great Collections, pretty much any auction website. That's going to be your best bang for your buck, but there is some caveats that come with that. It can take time and you have to know what you're doing. What you could also do is you could send us a photo. Now, you don't have to do this, but if you want to, you can go ahead and click on that link down below, oldmoneyprices.com/join, where we have a full community with myself, my team, and other active members. There's a whole bunch of other bonuses that come along with that. Again, you don't have to do that. Just keep doing your own homework and research. Find out the values of your coins, potentially get them graded if it makes sense. Sell them online for a lot of money. Now let's go to the next coin. $8,400 for this undated Washington statehood quarter that is struck off center on a flip over double struck 2000p Jefferson nickel on a cent planchet. So pretty big mouthful here. You can pretty much see that there is some serious issues occurring on this coin. Now, something like this is impossible to happen outside of the minting facility. There are some people that will watch our videos and try to replicate errors like this, but something like this, because it's on a cent planchet and it was struck off center on a flip over double struck 2000p Jefferson nickel, there's no way to replicate that. And that's why this coin sold for $8,400, mainly because it's so unique. Here's a 2002p 25-cent Indiana statehood quarter graded by PCGS at a mint state 64. This one sold for $17,400. Now, when you're first looking at this coin, you're going to say, wow, this coin looks very small. And that's because this coin was accidentally struck on a dime planchet. That's right. So whether it was intentional or not, someone put a small dime piece of metal in the hopper to strike the coin. And this is what happened afterwards. Now, whether or not this was intentional or not is impossible to really tell. There could be a little mint employee going in there and doing this on purpose and trying to sell them online. Regardless of what actually happened, this got out of the facility. It sold on public auctions for $17,400. This coin sold for $19,200. It's a 2001 cent Lincoln cent struck on a 2000 New Hampshire 25-cent double denomination error because you got a 1 cent and a 25-cent coin. This coin graded by PCGS at a mint state 64, an incredible error, and this one sold for $19,200. If you have any of the coins you see in this video, feel free to click on the link below, send us a photo, and we'll see you in the next video.